I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. You're exposing your son like this? Last night at the Lakers game happened. Now I get, and people have said to me today that I'm looking pretty damn sad. I'll fess up, I am. Because something like that is not something that should make any of us comfortable. I didn't anticipate it. I don't know why I didn't anticipate it. But I'm not here to blame LeBron James. That wasn't a basketball player talking to me last night. That was a dad. He rolled up on me as a father. That's what he did. That was not a basketball player talking to me. We talk about LeBron James all the time. Practically everybody does. That's not what LeBron James does. So for him to confront me, obviously it was something that he was incredibly passionate about, put off about, and felt necessary to confront me about. And what better motivation could there be than to be protective of his son? I understand it. I respect it as a parent. I'm a father of 2 daughters. And in all honesty, I couldn't definitively tell you that if I were LeBron James, I would not have done the same thing. I would hope that I would not have. I would hope that I would have picked up the phone and called the person instead, or got arranged to see that person face to face instead, rather than walking up to me in the middle of a game, courtside. That was not the end of the game. That was not the beginning of the game. That was in the middle of the game that this happened. But that's what happened.
Yeah. What a crazy 48, maybe 24 hours for Stephen A. Smith. Let me say this. I was actually preparing to do a different video about Stephen A. But obviously, this is where we are. And if you're new to the channel, man, like the video, support your boy, like, comment, subscribe, man. We're on the road for 2K. I said we're on the road for 1,700 or 1,700. I'm going to predict this by now. By the end of this weekend, I'm talking about by the 9th, we're going to reach that. We're going to surpass that. And I'm thankful for y'all helping me get there. My next goal now is 2,000. I want 2 racks. I want 2 racks in this bit. You know what I mean? But we got to talk about somebody who has way more than 2 racks. I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith getting a $100 million contract from Disney, or ESPN, Disney, same-ish. And less than about 3 or 4 hours later, he validates that crazy check. This is 100 M's over 5 years. To give you perspective, he's getting paid more than Saquon Barkley, who you can argue could have been the MVP and could have passed Eric Dickerson's record, a Super Bowl winning running back. He's getting paid more guaranteed money than that guy. Anyways, this guy, less than 3 or 4 hours after the reports came out that he got this deal, he is watching the Lakers game, and LeBron is all up in his grill telling him, hey, stop talking about my son, bro. Stop disrespecting my son. And what I did at the beginning of the video is I put up some clips of not only the interaction, and I'm going to be playing it throughout. I also played some of Stephen A's reaction from his show, the Stephen A. Smith Show. Now, he did have a longer talk about it on his on First Take, as y'all probably have seen or already know. I'm not going to link to that. But the fact remains is that Stephen A. himself being such a factor is why that happened. And I'm going to say something controversial. This was not about Bronny, man. Let me say it again. This was not about Bronny. 3rd time's the charm. I'm on my Dr. Umar. This is not about Bronny James, man. Bronny James is a bench warmer, literally the 12th person on the bench, a 20-year-old player who should be in the G League, man. He's a G leaguer who plays on the Lakers because his father is the best player on the planet. And I know that's going to sound controversial. Y'all going to say Jokic. Y'all going to say Shea. No, man. LeBron is still the best player on this planet. If you look at his numbers and if you look at the impact he has on the Lakers, he is playing MVP level basketball in the past month and a half. Like since 2025 started, bro. Like we just have to keep it real. You know, if you're being objective, since 2025 started, he is the best player on this planet. Now, it helps a lot to have somebody like Luka, who when Luka's in shape and Luka's 100%, he's the best player on the planet. But it helps when you have him on your team. And I believe what's going on with LeBron, especially in these past few weeks, is that he's gotten more vocal about how he actually feels about these sports analysts and commentators, man. Let me tell you something, man. About a few weeks ago, he went off, I'm talking about LeBron here, on Doug Gottlieb, right? Doug Gottlieb, if y'all didn't know or don't even know, he is a Fox Sports Radio host, right? And he's on the Skip Bayless type of route where he always goes off on LeBron and finds any reason to criticize LeBron, right? But his commentary got way worse when he started going in on Bronny James. Now, here's the difference, right? You can have a commentary about a player, right? But when you get personal and you get disrespectful, you've crossed the line. In my view and analysis, Doug Gottlieb has gotten really, really personal and disrespectful towards Bronny. So when LeBron tweeted out about Doug Gottlieb's basketball team going like 2-33, some horrible record, and being on like a 10-game losing streak, LeBron wanted to clown him. Because Doug Gottlieb said that Bronny James would not even be a factor in his team. Keep in mind that Doug Gottlieb coaches, I think, like a Division II Green Bay something team, while also being an analyst at the same time. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I personally think if you're a coach, you should put all your might and all your focus in coaching. But allegedly, this guy has time not only to coach a losing team, by the way, but also disrespect Bronny James. I believe Doug Gottlieb is disrespectful. But Doug Gottlieb is not outside because he's coaching a failing team. Who is outside? Stephen A. Smith is outside. So Stephen A. in that moment became a proxy to LeBron's frustrations with the media. Let me tell you something. Skip Bayless is not coming to a Lakers and Knicks game. Rob Parker's not coming to a Lakers and Knicks game. Those guys are not outside. Stephen A. is outside. I think Stephen A. was saying that he was watching the game with Ari Emanuel. If you know who Ari Emanuel is one of the most powerful people in Hollywood and the entertainment industry. He owns, or is one of the owners of Endeavor, that owns the UFC. It owns WWE. That is a multi-billion-dollar company. Stephen A. is actually outside. Now, I'm not taking Stephen A's side. I think that both these gentlemen, LeBron and Stephen A., it made sense what happened, right? But for me, I'm going to give a little bit of pushback towards LeBron because even though I know LeBron is the greatest of all time, and I know LeBron is playing the best basketball he's played in a very long time, and actually a few years, with this 9-game, I think it's 8 or 9-game winning streak, I have to say to LeBron, bro, you're better than this. You are greater than this. And this is the thing. LeBron even reacting like this is out of character. Him going to Doug Gottlieb, I actually kind of understood it, and I think it was kind of warranted. But for him checking Stephen A., for what? Like, what was the intended solution here? Because you knew that this was going to go viral because you're LeBron James, and you knew that Stephen A. is going to turn this into content, which is what he did, and you knew that this actually raises Stephen A's profile even more. And you knew, this is something that I think, maybe he didn't know. You knew that this brings an even bigger spotlight on Bronny, bro. The biggest loser in this is Bronny James, man. Because now the limelight again is back on Bronny James as somebody who's not an NBA quality player and is getting the Nepo baby treatment. What is a Nepo baby? A Nepo baby is somebody who did not earn a position, but because of nepotism is in that position. A nepotism baby. Right? And guess what? In the world, there's a ton of Nepo babies. Most billionaires and millionaires are Nepo babies. Look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk is rich because his dad is a millionaire. Was a millionaire. Multi-millionaire. So he had Donald Trump. Dad was a multi-millionaire. See, Nepo babies are incredibly common in the world. But seeing it in sports in 4K, that's what's been frustrating not only sports fans, but sports analysts like Stephen A. Smith. I don't think Stephen A. has ever been disrespectful in his commentary about Bronny. I don't think so. I think that he's been fairly objective. So for LeBron to bug out on him, I don't think it's about that. I think it's definitely about LeBron being frustrated with sports media that has disrespected him for 20 plus years. And guess what? I'm not saying that Stephen A. has mostly disrespected him, because Stephen A. is kind of in the middle about it. He'll disrespect, but then he'll show love. But guess what? When you can't face Doug Gottlieb face to face, when you can't face Skip Bayless face to face, because they're not outside, they're inside, you go to the next best thing. And this is the craziest part about this whole situation. This all happened after a huddle in the fourth quarter. So they're huddling, heading into the fourth quarter in a tight, very tight Knicks versus Lakers game. Super tight. You know what I mean? Like virgin tight. And it was a fantastic game. Went to overtime and everything. And this gets ignored because of this viral incident, man. I'm doing the long videos because I want to, and I don't care. You're not listening, but if you are listening, thank you. Smash the like button. I want y'all to do this for me, though. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you side more with Stephen A. or LeBron in this confrontation? I side, I'm going to say it's going to sound shocking, but I'm more on Stephen A. Y'all know I'm a LeBron guy. I side more with Stephen A. LeBron, you are a king. You're better than this. And in this situation, Stephen A., even though he has the $100 million contract, he's a peasant. You are a walking billionaire, man. And if Stephen A. is going to farm you for content, farm your son for content, you have to rise above. And that's how I see it. You know what I mean? But get in the comments. It's a complex issue. I can see both sides. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Big JTV, I'm out.